I just drove by the local boat ramp on my way home, and I'm absolutely blown away by the number of people that are already out ice fishing, and they're out there with all of the toys. They've got shacks on the ice already. They've got snowmobiles with them. They've got ATVs. It was a totally full boat ramp, which just blows me away because we have not had ice on our lakes that long. In fact, I actually just heard about somebody a couple of days ago falling through the ice up on Lake Dubay, which is just north of me. So I wouldn't be out, at least not with all the big heavy equipment yet. But man, people are doing that. And I got home and I had a box waiting for me that I thought was interesting because I need to go back to the boat ramp and see if the ice fishermen are locking up their trailers for the ATVs and the snowmobilers any better or worse than the guys I saw over the course of the year at the boat ramp with their boat trailers, meaning it was about a 50-50 percentage of people that put locks on their boats or didn't put locks on their boats. And with the package sitting at my house here with all my DuraSafe locks, I figured I would go ahead and start locking everything up. I've got the new boat here, so I want to go ahead and put on the different locks that I've got. So this is the swing away trailer tongue lock. I've got a spare tire lock. I've got the receiver lock for the truck, which I'm going to put on. I've got a ball hitch lock for the tongue of the trailer. And then I've got my DuraSafe E-locks, which I'll go ahead and put on my electronics when I have them installed on the boat. I don't have any electronics yet, so I don't need those. But I've got all of these keyed alike so that this key right here unlocks all of those locks and locks them for me, makes traveling around really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and install a couple for you, show you how easy it is. And there's never a wrong time to lock it up. I know a lot of people out there say a thief's going to get what they want, but the reality is I'm going to try to make it just a little bit harder. If I do that, I feel like I'm at least doing what I should be doing, and the DuraSafe locks have protected me for years, so I'm going to stick with them. The first lock I've got is the coupler lock for the head of my trailer. This is just a simple pin lock. Going to go ahead and put it right through the pin, put the head on, turn the key, lock it in place. Now you've got a coupler lock which will not allow me to pull the coupler up. So the next lock I'm going to install is my swing away tongue trailer lock. So this is a feature I've got on my Skeeter trailer. Now I can tow with this if I've got this in the towing position, but at the same time I like to store it with the swing away tongue in the in position. And from that standpoint, if somebody were to get it, they'd have to get the lock off in order to even hook the trailer up. This is a simple one to use as well. Just slide the pin up through the hole, put your cotter pin on the position it needs to be in, and then put your lock right over the top. Go ahead, lock it into position, just like that. I've got my lock in, so now you can't put that tongue in the actual towing position. At the same time, if I want to tow it, I take the lock off, put the tongue into position, put the lock back on. Now I can go ahead and tow with that lock in position as well. Now this is the item that almost everybody forgets to lock up. Your spare tire on your trailer, one of the most stolen things off of a trailer. A lot of people don't remember to lock it up, but DuraSafe has a spare tire lock that works extremely well, very easy to install. I'm going to show you how to do it. In a normal world, with a normal trailer, all you have to do is remove the nut and replace it with the DuraSafe nut. Now in my case, the pin that Skeeter provides with the trailer actually extends far enough up where I can just mount the nut that DuraSafe provides, the locking mechanism, on top of it. The problem in this case that I have is if I put the sheath, the cover that DuraSafe provides, it'll drop down lower, and when I install it, you'll still be able to access the nut and therefore get the lock off. So in this case, what I'm going to do is just put a washer on top of the nut, and then that will actually allow the sheath to sit on top of it, and therefore you won't be able to unscrew the lock. So let me show you how to install it. First thing I did in this case, if your trailer happens to have a longer pin that sticks out of the spare trailer, you can put a washer down on top of it. Now I'm going to screw on top the DuraSafe locking nut. You just need a 2-inch deep socket, 3/4 inch wide, and let's screw this one into place. Okay, so now we've got the locking nut that DuraSafe provides on nice and tight. Now I'm going to take the cover and put that over. So that's going to sit on the washer that I put down. Prevents anyone from getting a good hold on it. Now we can just go ahead and take the locking cover, put the lock on. There you go. You got a secured spare tire. So in a matter of minutes, I've just added 3 different locks to my boat trailer. I've locked up my spare tire. I've put one on the swing away tongue. I put one on the coupler, and I've got one for the truck receiver that I'll go add. Plus, once I have the electronics installed on, I'll put my DuraSafe E-locks. All of them I've had keyed alike. You can go to the DuraSafe website and request that they're keyed alike so you get the same key that works in all of them. These are made in Wisconsin. That's what allows you to put in a special request, because they literally put them together for you to make sure that they're keyed alike. This is a phenomenal Christmas gift idea as well. If you know anybody that spends any time in the outdoors where they have trailers that need to get locked up, you really should go to the DuraSafe website, take a look at all the locks that they have, request them to be keyed alike, and you will make a happy camper. Everyone out there that has valuables likes to lock them up, and this is a great way to do it. So go check out the DuraSafe website. I will put the link in the video description for you. This would be a gift that I personally would love to get, and I give them as gifts as well, and people love them. So check them out. I'm gonna get back to installing my receiver lock on the truck, and then I'm going inside because it's cold out here right now.